No niin, hyvät kuulijat, ja tervetuloa tänne meidän 4. podcastiin. Minä olen Eeva ja
Rafa.
tervetuloa.
Thank
No
you.
niin, Rafa.
Thank you for the Finnish intro, Eva. So basically, welcome to Food Aesthetics Barcelona Podcast number 4, the late edition, because
Yeah.
it took like 4 or 5 weeks to record this one.
Yes, but there's a reason for that. It wasn't like we were just chilling hard and not doing anything.
Yeah, February was very busy.
Yeah, and also Rafa almost died.
No, I didn't almost die. I had a bicycle accident,
Yeah.
which was kind of bad, but not that bad.
I mean, it was pretty bad.
I mean, it was shocking.
Yes, it was very shocking. Very shocking. Everybody who has been in an accident knows that it's shocking.
But it wasn't. It was okay. It wasn't that bad.
I mean,
I just hurt my leg, but now I'm fine. 100%,
100%.
almost.
Yeah, but the other thing was that we also got sick.
Yeah, so
after that, so
we couldn't really recover because we would be coughing all the time into the mic.
yeah, and also there would be a lot of mucus. In Finnish we call it räkä, so it's just like full of räkä everywhere.
Just blowing our nose all the time.
Yeah, so
So yeah, we had a few setbacks.
yeah.
So we couldn't record the podcast, but now we're back.
Yeah,
Number
we're
4, the late edition of Food Aesthetics Barcelona Podcast.
Yeah, and we have a lot to talk about also.
Special edition with
Yeah.
the Finnish intro. Thank you. Eva.
I had to do it. It was fun.
So, as always, we're going to start with the restaurants we reviewed. We only reviewed like 2 in the past month.
But this time I have to say that the quality is so good that, well, those 2...
Quality over quantity.
Exactly. And we went to L58, so 58, and wow.
Yeah, that's our favorite tapas place in Barcelona at the moment.
Yes.
Definitely.
It's just... if you're going to Barcelona, you have to go there. There's no way you can leave Barcelona.
Yeah, this one is in Poblenou, and we usually don't go there, but once we were around there and decided to find a place, and we found this place.
Yeah, and it was funny because because we live in Gracia, it takes a while to go there.
Yeah.
And we also took Pablo with us.
Our roommate.
So, yeah, our roommate. And it was funny because he was like, wow, it really takes like long to go there.
I mean, not that long, but living in Gracia, you don't really feel like moving anywhere.
You have everything here.
Yeah, but it's worth going there. Like, it's fusion tapas, I guess. They have all kinds of dishes, and we ate like, I don't know, like 7 different dishes or something.
Yeah,
we ate 2 dishes too many because I think they should have sent an ambulance to get us out of there. We had like 2 beers and like 7 tapas. Like,
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was crazy, but really good.
What was your favorite, Eva?
So difficult, but I would go for the ribs.
Yeah, they have some barbecue rib tapa. It's like €8 also. It's so cheap.
Yeah.
It's massive.
It's so, like, I didn't even know that when you pull out the bone, like if you can pull it really easily, then it's the sign of
Yeah, that is
perfectly cooked
nicely cooked. Yeah.
meat. And it was fantastic.
Yeah, and the sauce was really good. Everything. It was
Everything.
massive.
Yeah.
Like it's like a full meal.
Yeah. Also, I remember that the aubergine was a lot better this time. I always talk about aubergine.
But last time we went, it was really good because they have an aubergine dish with honey and
rosemary.
Rosemary, right? Yeah. You want to cry. You just
Yeah.
want to cry after that.
And also the calamaris are fantastic.
Calamari, yeah, amazing.
The bravas.
The bravas, their jamon, just everything.
It's just like
The
sometimes.
cheese with the...
Oh yeah, the Catalan cheese.
No, it wasn't Catalan cheese.
No?
It was like, I think it was manchego.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Everything was insane.
Yeah.
This is our top number one place for tapas.
Yeah.
El
Like-
58 in Poblano.
Yeah.
Super recommended. We love it. And the other restaurant?
The other restaurant was Sabes Una Cosa, and it's a Mexican restaurant, and it's really close to our place, and it's also fantastic.
Yeah. It's amazing. Like, I'm very critical when it comes to Mexican
Yeah, of
restaurants.
course.
Of course. But
Naturally.
this one's just around the corner, and it's super good. It's even like better than restaurants that I've tried in Mexico.
That's
I mean, for the
crazy.
price, like,
Yeah.
it's not too cheap, not too expensive, but I don't know, the quality is really good. I really love the alambre, which is like
Yeah.
meat with like peppers and cheese. It's very typical in Mexico. And you just get it like on a plate and make some tacos out of it. And they make it really, really well. Like,
Yeah.
I really love that. Yeah.
I also love their flautas. Like, I think,
right,
and the nachos,
flautas.
because
Well,
we're really,
everything's really good as well.
yeah, but I'm like, more like, for me, the flautas, they are like, I love the fact that it's like crunchy, and then you have some lettuce, and I always love like sour cream and all
Yeah,
of that
because
stuff. So-
flautas are like hard shelled tacos, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just put I don't know, this were chicken, so it's chicken inside the tortilla. It's corn tortilla. And then they just like make it a taco, and then with a toothpick, they kind of like close it properly so that you can fry it. And the insides don't just like fall out while you're frying. So yeah, it's like a fried taco, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're really good. They're so crunchy. The ones there were amazing. And sour cream, salsa, lime, lettuce.
Yeah. Everything.
Really good. Yeah, the nachos really everything. But your favorite? Well, you liked everything. I mean, what was really amazing about that place?
Again, cherry on top.
Cherry on top.
Cherry on top was the dessert, the piece of cake, like tres leches.
Tres leches, yeah. Yeah, tres leches is a very typical Mexican cake.
Yeah, but the thing is that it was perfectly moist.
Yeah,
Because it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
like a dry cake, because
No,
that's
no,
like
no.
the saddest thing you can have. Is
Yeah,
like a
tres
dry
leches usually has
cake.
to be like very moist in a. I don't know. It's like watery, I guess.
Yeah, but not too much.
Like, yeah, no, but yeah, it's like spongy, moist. Like, I don't know.
This-
It's delicious.
You cannot skip the dessert in
You
there.
can check out our Instagram to see the pictures of that place because everything looks fantastic as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, well, both of these restaurants, El 58 and Sabes Una Cosa, are reasonably priced.
Yes.
Like, definitely,
Definitely worth it.
yeah, like, you don't pay more than 25 and you eat like a king or a queen. So yeah, speaking of Mexican food, we put up a recipe as well, and it was
Finally.
chilaquiles,
I'm
which is
so happy, Rafa.
which is one of the most typical Mexican brunch breakfast dishes. Like, I put up the red chilaquiles one, and chilaquiles are just like nachos with salsa on top and different toppings. Usually it's like cheese, sour cream, cilantro, and in our case we love putting like a fried egg on top. If you try this, you're gonna cry.
Yes, you will. I think my life, like, not to sound like this is too good to be true, but my life changed.
But it
when
is.
But it is. My life changed when I tried chilaquiles for the first time, but I think you did the green version first.
Bueno.
Bueno.
Getting Mexican in here. Yeah, the green ones are like the typical ones, but you use green tomato or tomatillo. That's how it's called. But it's difficult to get it around here. I mean, not difficult, but it's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Like, you can get it canned, and it's like €4 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, green chilaquiles are like, I think, my favorite dish ever. But red ones are very good as well.
Very, very good.
So in our recipe, we teach everyone how to make a really good red salsa for the chilaquiles.
Like, if you have to try it at least once in your life.
Yeah, no,
Like seriously,
because people think it's like nachos are just
nachos,
like
but no.
no, but I'm saying like people's idea of nacho is like this thing that you just share with people, and sometimes they're like really badly put together, Like if you go to many restaurants, they have like the nacho tapa around here, and it's just nachos with melted cheese on top.
And the worst part is that then the cheese actually it gets a little bit hard, and
Yeah, it gets hard, and
yeah, you cannot like separate the nachos from each other, and it's just like
yeah,
sad.
I don't know why they do that. Like instead of like you're just getting some fresh cheese to put on the nachos, or some of that like fake yellow cheese, which is kind of disgusting. They actually just grab normal cheese, put it on the nachos, and microwave it. So I don't know why they do that.
That's sad.
But anyway, the thing is that chilaquiles is nachos in a way you've never seen it before. And nachos as a meal.
Sorry, Rama.
Of course, like the nachos, you can actually make them with corn tortillas as well. Like you cut them in four and fry them. But if you don't have access to the real tortillas, in the recipe we're using store-bought nachos, which are good enough.
Yeah, it's good enough.
But yeah, that's a chilaquiles recipe basically. It's very good.
Try it out.
And continuing on the topic of Mexican food, we're going to talk about our favorite YouTube chef, because I mean, usually we just make fun of YouTube people making food.
Yes.
But now we're bringing something positive.
Yes, and this is like our all-time favorite. I think we also kind of like turn our friends to cook because of this guy.
Yeah, like his name is Chef Roger.
Yes.
And he's from Mexico City, actually. Mm-hmm. And he has a YouTube channel called Al Estilo Chef Roger.
This is so funny because if you go there, like some of the videos are pretty old. So it's not like he has like a kind of bad camera
bad
quality,
production quality,
and all of that. Like, and it's just like you have the songs, like the YouTube songs.
Yeah, he uses the typical YouTube audio library songs. Well, in the old videos, yeah.
Yeah, but the content is amazing.
No, I mean, the content has always been good, but you can tell how the production quality has changed.
Yes,
He has improved.
He has 2 cameras now.
Yeah, exactly. He has the 2 cameras. Yeah, but the interesting thing is like he has actually a lot of subscribers. I mean, there's other Mexican channels that are good, that have like millions.
Yeah.
But Chef Roger still has like 400,000 or something. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's good because like people usually go for the popular ones instead of the quality ones.
Exactly.
So I'm glad that he's actually getting a lot of subscribers now.
Yeah. He deserves them.
Yeah,
seriously.
of course.
It's just like, it's amazing how, and he explains everything so
Yeah,
clearly and so well. Like it's just like easy to follow, because sometimes those channels, the recipes are kind of complicated and they go too fast.
Yeah, exactly.
So
like someone we always criticize.
Yes.
Binging with Babish.
Let's not talk about it now.
Well, but anyway, yeah, Chef Roger, his explanations are super clear. And I swear, like, all of the recipes we've made, I mean, he mostly makes Mexican food, of course. Mm-hmm. And all the recipes we've made have been fantastic. Like, it's crazy.
Amazing.
Especially the pan de muerto that Eva made.
Like,
it was delicious.
It was super delicious.
Or the pipián that I made.
Oh, yeah.
Pipián is like if you know mole is a crazy sauce that we use in Mexico, and we eat it with chicken. But if you know mole is usually dark. Well, I know there's a lot of types of mole, but there's this other like mole called pipián. It's the cousin of mole.
So is it the better cousin, the nicer cousin, or?
Well, I don't know. I prefer pipián. Yeah. So Chef Roger teaches how to make pipián verde, like green pipián. And I mean, if you speak Spanish or you want to learn or just put subtitles on, I don't know, but I really recommend everyone to check out that recipe. Like pipián verde, Chef Roger. Like it's like a work of art. Like it's not difficult to make. you just have to get all the right ingredients. But like the result is crazy. Like how good is the pipián verde?
I have no words about.
Yeah,
That
it's
question
just
is
this
so
sauce
difficult.
like made from like pumpkin seeds
I know.
and green tomatoes and I don't know, like a bunch of different condiments, and then you have like this masterpiece.
Yeah.
Just eating with chicken and rice and tortillas.
Yeah, that's true. That's
So
true.
shout out to Chef Roger. Like
And
very
not
recommended.
paid promotion, not paid
No,
promotion.
no. We're just big fans.
Yeah.
Even like when our friend Fernando went to Mexico, he got us to some merch
Yeah.
from Chef Roger because he sells really nice aprons,
Yeah.
and he brought Eva a Chef Roger apron.
It's really stylish. It's like black, and then you have
The logo,
the
no?
logo in it. It's super cool. I like it.
So yeah, we
Stylish.
support that channel. Our favorite, yeah, he's the best. Like best recipes, #1 recipes. So yeah, a positive endorsement.
Okay.
Well, and another thing we want to talk about is like we were so busy because
Because we are going to tell you big news, and it's called, Unwind, our project.
yeah, our project Unwind is a magazine,
Yes.
or well, like tour guide slash restaurant guide slash
Da-da-da-da-da.
recipe book called Unwind that is gonna, well, we're going to put together a crowdfunding campaign
Yes.
for it that is coming out next week.
Like, I'm so excited that I feel like I can explode.
So yeah, it's gonna be about Gracia, well, specifically Villa de Gracia, which is our neighborhood, and we're featuring like a bunch of restaurants, bodegas, bars, food shops, and well, we're trying to make something very different from the typical tourist guide.
Yeah, of
like
course.
it's very specialized, and we've been talking to a lot of these restaurants to feature recipes from them, so that you don't only know about the restaurant, or you don't, I mean, you can go and visit and know about it, but you can also have a recipe from them. So it's pretty cool.
It's amazing. I think this is something different because whenever you have a tour guide, you just use it for when you're in there, like in the spot, and then afterwards maybe you're like, oh well, I'll give it to my friend, or I don't need it anymore. But this time you can keep it to yourself, and you have the unique recipes from here. I think it's like,
Yeah, because like
amazing.
guides, like general guides, also are usually about cities,
Yes.
not about neighborhoods. So we're trying to make this into like a publication that comes out twice a year about different neighborhoods in
Yeah.
Barcelona, because there's so much food.
Exactly. And of course, so that we can continue eating our project, it's up to you how we are going to continue. We need your help.
Yeah, because the thing is that we spend like a good amount of money
Yeah.
already into doing the whole research. I mean, of course, eating, but it's still like you have to do a lot of research for the project. So of course, we need a crowdfunding to do the printing of the magazine. It's going to be digital. It's going to be printed, but also to start the new project as well, because
Yeah, of
we're going
course.
to do another guide soon for winter. So Unwind, our project, very excited about it. I don't know.
Boop, boop.
We worked a lot. Like
So
it's crazy.
it's crazy. I don't know if the people who are listening have been in big projects. It's every day, all the time in your
Yeah,
head.
I didn't even know how much
it-
work it involved.
It's so much work, but
We-
it
we-
also pays off. Like
Yeah.
when you see the result and you see how it starts to develop. I don't know. I'm so proud of our little project.
Yeah, I mean, we're, I guess, like 30% into it.
Yes.
So let's see what happens. We even had to buy a whiteboard.
Yes.
You know your project is serious and it's pretty big if you have to get some whiteboard. It's like it's like you're in a film or something. Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, Unwind, the magazine.
Yes.
On catalog / tour guide / well, it's a lot of things. But
A lot of things.
I think like to explain it like this, it's not going to be as clear as when we have the crowdfunding out.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been traveling a lot, and the most important and also the difficult part is the food. How can you find the best places? Where to buy food?
Yeah, because we've been checking other guides as reference or online guides, and man, like these people, a lot of these people, you can tell that, of course, it's like their job. They're working for a big publication, so they don't really care. They just write a few things about a restaurant, but they don't really go in depth, and they don't really talk to the people there.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting.
Because I think that's the most important part, that like you have connections
Yeah, exactly.
to the restaurant, because without the restaurants, what are we gonna do
Yeah,
here?
exactly. Yeah, we can even give a sneak peek into the project. Because one of the places, Bodega Quimet, which we reviewed, I think in December, they were the first that we presented the project to. And we told them like, well, we're doing this magazine guide recipe book. And what we only want from you is a recipe. And they were like, whoa, that's a great idea. So we were like, of course, it's up to you. You don't have to give us a recipe from the restaurant, it can be anything. And they were like, well, we're going to show you something even more traditional. And they're going to show us how they clean an anchovy, which is like super typical from bodegas here in Barcelona. So we're going to have the whole process there, well, as a recipe and videos and everything. So
Yes.
yeah, like our guide is going to provide like, well, hopefully something different.
Yes.
No? Compared to just a normal guide.
I think it will. It will.
But yeah, more to come. I feel like when you try to explain something like this, it's kind of complicated. Like it has to be like written down. No?
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, it's just gonna be a guide.
Yeah.
With recipes.
Yes.
Unwind, coming soon. Summer 2019.
That's cool. Well, we are in the end of our podcast.
No, we have one more thing.
Yeah. This after that,
Like we had a positive note on Chef Roger, but now, I mean, I think it's gonna be a tradition that we still have to make fun of something. So today Eva remembered a very funny video.
Yes. Did you know, Rafa, that you can eat fajitas wrong?
Yeah, so there's this series, I don't know, it's really like BuzzFeed or some of those types of channels, whatever they are, like BuzzFeed or I don't know what it is, but it's this place. Well, not this place. It's this YouTube series.
It's a dark place in YouTube.
It's this YouTube series that teaches you how to eat food in the right way. Apparently, like
You can do it wrong, Rafa.
There's big no-nos.
There's a big mistake.
So I don't know. Like some things are so obvious. Like
Some things are not obvious, Rafa. You can do it wrong.
okay. Oh no. Okay, it's not BuzzFeed. It's Sagat. I don't know what this is, but it's Sagat. And basically here they just put a bunch of people who apparently are like completely oblivious to the idea of eating food, like people who have never eaten before.
I'm sorry, but how they're still alive.
They make them eat food. Nah, but they're actors. Like no
Yeah,
one
of
can be
course.
that bad at eating, So then this person comes, like an owner of a restaurant and teaches them how to eat properly.
Thank you.
So let's start watching this.
Let's go.
Let's get another piece of mushroom in there. Let's go to the cheese. Yeah, all right, all of it. So we have a huge fajita here. We have all the ingredients. Oh.
So first, this guy is just eating a disgusting taco with everything he found on the table and just put it in the tortilla. So he's like, oh, this is how I eat the fajita. So
What do you think, Rafa? How many ingredients do you need for a taco?
I mean, you can put all the ingredients you want, but of course, this guy's going too far. And look how disgusting this looks. Like, there's rice coming out of the tortilla.
Yeah, like too many things.
But still, like, I don't think there's a rule, no? What do you think, Theo?
I think with the hands, that's the rule. No, like
No forks or knives, exactly. I mean, that would be a rule, definitely,
Yeah?
for eating a taco. But like things that you put in the taco, I don't think there's a rule. But of course, this guy is going too far. I mean, he probably put like 15 things in there. Okay, let's continue.
There's a lot going on. It's very busy.
Very busy. The music.
I can feel it.
Hi, I'm Claudia Bird Bonilla of Mexico Lindo Restaurant. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to eat fajitas the right way because I believe you've been doing it wrong. Fajitas came about probably in like the 30s and 40s in southern Texas by some of the Mexican farmhands. The whole idea was they were given this undesirable cut of meat and this was their way of making it better.
So it's already pretty confusing, right?
This is really confusing.
Because, I mean, the restaurant's called Mexico Lindo, which is okay. So that's very Mexican. But then she's talking about the fajitas, that it's a Tex-Mex whatever dish, and I mean that's okay, no? But then it's confusing. So is this a Mexican restaurant or is this a Tex-Mex restaurant? We're already off to a confusing start.
Yes.
But I mean, she's telling the story, right? So I don't know. It seems like she knows. She knows what's up.
She knows what's up.
Let's continue.
Yes.
Looks good. It's sizzling.
How you doing? What's going to happen here? This is
Yeah, so now they're bringing the dish to a bunch of customers and they're gonna be like putting together their fajita taco. Let's see.
certainly interesting. That's a lovely sound, isn't it?
I don't think that there's a right or wrong way of eating fajitas,
It's relaxing. It's like a bubble bath.
as long as you use all the components that's included in a fajita.
We do let people know it's extremely hot. People's curiosity get the better of them, and one of the first things they like to do is to touch the hot skillet that's smoking.
Unwrap tortilla. I make sure I load it up on meat first. Like,
Okay, so this is a pretty posh Tex-Mex Mexican restaurant. You know, they bring the, I don't know, the skillet, whatever it's called, and I think it's still hot while it's there, but it's actually with some, there's some fire underneath.
Yeah.
Like it's constantly hot. It's not like they just bring it hot. It's like it's still cooking in the table. It's sizzling.
Yeah, but now I'm looking at the tortillas now. Like she like usually in Mexico, do you have like a tortillera or something? Like
Yeah, a tortillero where you put the tortillas in.
Yeah, but this was like wrapped in a paper, no?
Yeah, I know, but it's so confusing. Like it's a mix between posh and something that makes no sense, right?
No,
I don't know.
I
but,
think it's
I mean,
cold, no?
But it's Tex-Mex, no? I don't know. Supposedly it's Tex-Mex. But well, anyway, they're making a taco. Let's see.
like vegetables and rice comes second. I stuff mine. I'm not shy about it.
Now the cheese here, that's very important, ladies and gentlemen.
I also want to put some beans, a little bit of rice. and some guacamole.
It doesn't matter if it doesn't completely fold to me.
So then I wrap it.
Sometimes mine, I load it too much and I can't fold it at all. If it slides out, you make sure you just aim it that way so it's not all over your person.
So, I mean, everyone's making a reasonable taco, no?
Yeah, like it's like I don't know what's wrong with this.
Like, that just looks like, I don't know, it doesn't look that good because she put weird things on it. Like,
But it's just like
but it's normal, no? It's normal sized.
The tortilla looks so pally.
The tortilla looks what?
Pally.
Oh, like pale.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, the tortilla doesn't seem
It's
like
not cooked.
it's not cooked well, right?
Yeah, like it's kind of like
Some cold tortilla. Well, these are flour tortillas, so cold is not. No, yeah, it's pretty bad.
it's
still.
pretty bad, no?
But it's not like corn. Well, anyway,
Oh my god.
so let's see. Let's see how it continues.
Tuck that right there and
It's very messy.
So
I'm
now
always
it's
a
very.
fork and knife guy,
Oh, okay.
even
yeah.
with a candy bar.
Ooh,
I
fork
think I'm
and
gonna use
knife.
fork and knife just to not make too much of a mess at this point.
Okay.
Now
Now we are there, Rafa.
there's a huge text on screen that says the traditional way. So let's see, chef,
Oh my god.
chef, teach us, please.
Typically, I like to eat my fajita with the flour tortillas, a little bit of refritos, the Mexican rice, and the guacamole. First step is I'm going to take half of one of my flour tortillas, fold them back up so they stay nice and warm. Very important.
Like,
What's going on?
like she's using half of the tortilla for some reason. Like right away, Chef Claudia Bonilla is a bit lost. Like I don't think. I mean, if it's Tex-Mex or Mexican or whatever, like I've never seen something worse.
Like, why would you take half of it? Like,
You're gonna take half of the tortilla, like that doesn't make sense at all. Like, okay, so first I take my tortilla, rip it in half. Then she could just get some tiny tortillas, no? give Chef Claudia some baby tortillas.
You're still chef, eh?
Man, like right away, it's like, okay, I'm gonna my eating time is going to be ×2. I just want to take twice as long. I'll rip the tortilla in half. Okay. And then she folds them back up so they stay nice and warm. Very important.
very important. Very important.
And come on, right away, like, okay. Let's see. Chef, teach us.
You need an adhesive on your tortilla, and that adhesive is the refritos. And then I'm going to add my guacamole. Once I've done that, I'm going to take a little bit of my protein along with some of the vegetables. Here at Mexico Lindo, we feel that a 50-50 ratio of protein to veggies will make you the perfect.
And she's explaining this as if it were like a science class, no? I like to take my
The right percentage.
my ration of protein to veggies should be 50-50. It's like, man, this is just a taco. Like, it's so pretentious. And look at this, man. These flour tortillas are so small, like so tiny already, and she ripped it in half. No,
Imagine Rafa, you're going to the restaurant, it's like 60-40. She's gonna be like,
Man, but
That's wrong.
Look at this. Like everyone else's taco look better than this. Like, I'm serious. Look at this. It's the saddest taco I've seen in my life.
That is
And
really
the
sad.
fajitas look
That's
burnt.
really sad.
So my ratio of protein to veggies will make the perfect fajita. Okay, let's see how it ends.
perfect fajita taquito. A lot of people will add some cheese to it, some of the pico de gallo or the sour cream. These sides for me tend to sort of like Tex-Mex the dish up a little bit more, and I always like to focus on a little bit more on authentic dishes. I will add a little bit of...
Okay, this is very confusing now. Another layer of confusion added. So she's saying that adding the pico de gallo or the cheese or whatever make it Tex-Mex. But she was explaining that the fajitas were a Tex-Mex dish, according to her.
I know.
And the restaurant's called Mexico Lindo. So is this a Mexican restaurant or is this a Tex-Mex restaurant? Like, what is she saying at this point?
It's confusing. Rafa, I don't understand.
And then why is she putting the pico de gallo and the cheese on the table then, and the rice, and just don't put it there?
I know. Like, it's the same that you're cooking something and then you're like, well, I'm not going to show you what I cooked.
You don't need that.
You don't need that.
Don't touch it.
That's crazy.
I think in Mexico Lindo, they're just... it's just a test to see how authentic you are. So they just put there the Tex-Mex ingredients there to trick you.
Imagine that. Like, this is like the whole, like, culture around, like, you have to know what you're doing instead of, like, the person there, the chef, will tell you what to do.
I know.
It's just like...
But it's so weird. Like, what is she explaining here? Like, why did she trick the other people by putting the other stuff on the table? Well, I don't know, but chef here wants to take 2 hours to eat the fajita. At least the other people, maybe their tacos were not that good. I mean, hers is worse still. That's
the worst one. That's the worst one.
Let's say the other tacos didn't look that good, but they probably tasted better than the chef's here. Chef Claudia.
No, Chef Claudia.
Okay, let's continue.
Of the chile de árbol to this. I'll just bring one side of the tortilla over and then fold it one more time, creating almost, if you will, a little bit of a mini burrito in your hand. That's the perfect.
A mini burrito. So we just switched from eating fajitas into a mini burrito.
Mini burrito.
Now we're eating a mini burrito. Okay, Chef Claudia, we're like, this is the most confusing video here.
That's crazy.
So
That's crazy.
are we eating fajitas or a mini burrito?
Or tacos.
And I mean, fajitas is just like the cut. Like, fajitas can be anything, you know? Like, just a cut of chicken, beef, whatever. It's just like stripes. Yeah. And just cooked with some vegetables. Like, and this is the most pretentious video I've seen in my life. 50-50 protein ratio into a mini burrito.
That's
Yeah. That's why it's crazy. But I mean, it has 350 dislikes.
Well.
Let's add one more. Man, so terrible. A little mini burrito in your hand.
Perfect bite.
Wow.
Well, actually, that was it. It's the perfect bite. Like, for who? Is this to torture the customers? Like, you only get like one tortilla. You only get 2 tortillas. You split it in 4 mini burritos. That's it. Man, so pretentious. Like, I still cannot believe this video.
It's true, Rafa.
I'm glad you remember. I'm glad you remember this video because it's ridiculous.
It is. Well, oof.
Oh no, Teo.
Sí, unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. That's it.
Well, that's the end.
That's the end of
That's
this.
the end of Food Aesthetics Podcast, number 4, late edition.
Late edition.
5 weeks late.
Oops.
But yeah, well, we're glad to record again, and be sure to follow us on Instagram, Food Aesthetics BCN, Facebook, Food Aesthetics BCN, SoundCloud, Food Aesthetics BCN. Well, we have the podcast on Apple, our website, foodaestheticsbcn.com, and I think that's it.
Yeah, and stay tuned for the new project and
Oh yeah,
participate.
of course, very important. Our project, Unwind, the magazine guide recipe book. Next week, crowdfunding will be online. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.